Hey, what's up, everybody? And welcome to episode 1 of Game of Thrones. Um, so, I had initially hoped to start the Uncharted 4 playthrough, but that's not going to happen just yet. Um, I gotta wait for my son to get that back from his mother's house where he left it. YSB, what's going on? Welcome. So, I already had Game of Thrones downloaded to the PS4. And I think until August, beginning of August, it's still available. That they have the entire Game of Thrones Telltale series is available for free download. You can download the season pass and then you get everything. So I figured, you know what, this is easy enough. This is it goes chapter by chapter. So I'll just make each episode one chapter and play through it. So this will probably be, I think most Telltale games, like, it tends to be about an hour-ish, give or take, when you do an episode from beginning to end. YSB is saying, hopefully this game is good. Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, I love the series. I never read the books for Game of Thrones. It was suggested to me to read them by my buddy Eric, like, years ago, way before there was ever a TV series. And I just never got around to it. And then when the series came on, I realized that's the book series that my buddy Eric had said I should read it. Deadpool's alive. What's up, Deadpool? So yeah, I could kind of kick myself for not having read it first, but at the same time, I was like, you know what? I had already started reading this or watching the TV series. I was like, it's not that bad having not read it, because there's nothing being spoiled for me. There's not, I'm not aware of anything that's going to happen in the series or any changes that it might make. So, it was better to watch the series that way. YSB's asking, how was Heritage Day? Heritage Day was cool. I put a video up on my channel of just, there's two videos, like one's like a minute long and the other one's like 10 minutes. It's just footage of the fireworks, but my brother Truman and our friend Pat was with me. We went up to the top of a parking garage and watched the fireworks from there, and it was funny because every time, for like the first, I'd say like the first 10-15 minutes of the fireworks, there was a car somewhere in the area that every time a really loud firework would go off, it would set off the car alarm, but the car alarm kept making this weird sound. All it would do would be like dee 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 dee, and so we were calling it scoring points because it sounded like you're in an old 1980s video game arcade, and you could hear like sound effects going off from like, some crazy video game. So we're like, oh yeah, it's like playing a game where you're killing giant dinosaurs or something, and every time you heard that, you wiped out like a Tyrannosaurus or something. So we kept yelling, we're getting points. So yeah, it was fun. Alright, so I'm gonna get this game started. The only thing is, with this game, because it's very narrative based, I'm probably not going to be chattering as much as I may have during Batman, because Batman's got a lot of exploration time and whatnot. I may be a little more interactive instead of verbally. I may be talking more by typing into the chat. We'll just see. We'll play it how it goes. Or if there's like downtime for me to make comments during the game, then I'll make comments there. But again, here's another game I've never played, and we'll see how it goes. So hopefully it's decent, but we're about to find out. So let's press X to begin. This might go through another menu or something, I guess, to set up. But I didn't want to hit start just in case it went right to the story, as it may do after all. Oh, okay, so we're maximize your Game of Thrones experience. No, I'm not doing that. YSB's asking, how many games do you have? For PS4, I got a bunch, I guess. I don't know. I haven't really counted them. But you know, also games that my son has. He's got a bunch. He's got mostly like first-person shooters and stuff. I don't know. We probably got like 20 games or something, give or take. Okay, no, thank you. Don't need the Telltale deal. All right, so. Let's look at episodes real quick. Just want to make sure we have everything. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that the season pass thing worked. So there you go. If anybody who wants to play this game for themselves, like I said, right now, if you are a PlayStation Plus member, which, you know, most people who've got PS4 like have PlayStation Plus, but if you do have PlayStation Plus, these are all available for free. So you can either get each one individually, or I think you can get 2 through 6 individually, and you have to purchase number 1 if you don't pay attention and realize there's the season passes available. Because you can just get the season pass, and then, as you can see, everything is purchased and installed. Because that's what I did. I didn't buy this. I just got the season pass for nothing. YSP saying, I love the Batman Telltale series. Yeah, I never played it personally. I watched a couple of playthroughs of it, and the Walking Dead Telltale series. I think they're great. I mean, they're very fun. You know, it's like watching a comic book. It's very cool. All right, so let's get into this. Begin episode 1. I'm going to bury my phone so it doesn't ding and ding and ding and whatnot in the background too much. Now we'll see exactly how much our choices make an effect. For thousands of years, House Forrester has been loyal bannermen to House Stark. In the darkest reaches of the Wolf's Wood, they harvest the rare ironwood trees. Now the North has been ripped apart by war, and rival houses seek to claim Forrester ironwood for themselves. And the fate of House Forrester hangs in the balance.
The trout in the towers, the wolves up the fish, and they all ran away. The trout, he fluffed off.
First opportunity, I need to check the options so I can turn on subtitles.
Two weddings brought on by beheadings, get all in happily.
The great Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can bring up the options real quick. Take it up.
Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it. Go on. It's only blood.
Drag with L.
Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest,
Why not?
they don't give swords like that to pig farmers.
I had a hand in it, you know. Hand in what? Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
Let him finish.
Oh, he'll talk all night if you let him.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What do I tell you?
Brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
But not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story. It grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach. And House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
Well, he may be a pig farmer, but he likes us.
To Robb Stark, the King in the North!
The King
in the North! Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard!
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Death to the Lannisters!
Iron from ice!
Got it.
How's your audio? Does the
Yes, my
audio
lord?
sound all right?
I need you.
Or does it sound
to keep an
echoey?
eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now. Something must be done.
With me, my lord.
Cool. Thanks,
You've served
Wisely.
House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you? You served me well.
To bring honor to House Forrester, my lord.
You have more honor than those who were born to it. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett. Your hard work has paid off.
Thank you, my lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
This promotion's probably going to piss off some of the regular troops.
Squire, fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Can I get up to you?
Yeah, no problem.
I have been a squire longer than you.
So?
I outrank you. You should help me.
Hello, Gale. Welcome. Hope you enjoy this. This is a different game than what I've done in the past.
Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norrin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norrin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming. But not by much.
Who doesn't love bacon?
Ah, pig farmers. All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. All in wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of fucking time.
Not me.
What?
Tomorrow I ride with Roderick and Lord Forrester.
Sir Gerard the fucking Great. Unbelievable. Maybe if my uncle were Castellan, I'd be getting promoted too.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it.
He's got Lord Forrester's ear, doesn't he? I'm sure it didn't hurt.
How much further?
It's right over there.
Twins. Stronghold of House Frey. The Red Wedding. Were there actually the
Take
Red
your
Wedding
time.
taking place?
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Ah, shit.
Fucking phrase.
Nice night for a wedding.
This is the night of the Red Wedding. God damn.
Not often he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Gerard. What? What's wrong? What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd.
We need to get back. Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
And take the fucking flagon already.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush. But what about... What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush? Just don't need a fucking run.
We have to warn the others.
Warn them about what?
There's no time to explain. We need to find Roderick. He's out there by himself.
Oh, and here the hell begins. Everybody just take an arrow already?
Fuck! We need to get back to camp. We have to get back. Give the king. Ready, boys?
Oh, man.
Shoot that one! What?
I don't know what the hell I was supposed to do right there. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. Valar Morghulis. Oh, I was probably supposed to move the thing to that white circle. Well, hey, what's up, William Joel and Blue Sky Gaming? Demon Slayer, what's up? Yeah, Blue Sky, I'm playing this. I wanted to do Uncharted 4, but my son hasn't brought it back from his mom's house yet, so didn't get a chance to start it. And plus, this is easy because I can just do one episode at a time, and it's a straight play. Demon Slayer. I don't play Battlefield Zombies, but whatever, Call of Duty Zombies, whatever the Zombies game is. However, my son, I think, does. So if you want to try to do that with him, if you look up The Shining Shard, which I'll write down right here on the chat. Let's see. So there you go. I don't usually do multiplayer games. I mean, I appreciate the offer, but just mostly because of my schedule, I kind of have to, I know what times I got to pick and choose, and I can't really jump into multiplayer stuff because then I may have to leave in the middle of it. But my son he's got all the time in the world, so. But yeah, I could definitely. Oh, Black Ops. That's what Black Ops Zombies. And yeah, he's got all those games, so I'm sure he would definitely do it. And he's 14, so he's probably also more in the age range for a lot of you guys who want to do collabs for those types of games. So like, everybody kind of being a little closer in age, you guys would probably get along real well and have a real good playthrough. So, okay, let's see if we can not get killed this time. Let's see. All right.
Ready, boys! Whoa! Shoot that one!
Great idea to crawl under here. Oh, Jesus. I already have one issue I gotta get used to. Oh, he's screwed.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
The Freys. They slaughtered him, my lord.
Find a weapon, quickly!
It's very difficult for me to remember to use the right analog stick to target these things. Because instinctively I want to use the left.
You fucking traitor! Go, my lord, while there's still time.
What's up, Raven?
Seven hells.
You're wounded, my lord.
I've suffered worse.
Walter Frey says time to go.
Oh, he's screwed.
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors.
Walter Frey says
You have to go.
I won't leave you, my lord.
And you will.
My lord,
By the gods, you will obey me. Tell your uncle. Tell him the North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those foresters! On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters!
With love.
It's funny because he made a decision and says he will remember that. Well, he's dead, so. Why it's be about me always wanting a PS4? I mean, I got a PS4 like a year after it came out or so. But I mean, I've had like the newest game system. I mean, pretty much forever. Like whatever new thing would come out, I would get it eventually. Like I wouldn't get it right away. So like I've had PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. Before that I had, we had all the Nintendo systems. Before that was Atari 2600. I like that they're doing the whole HBO style intro. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, so right now my only complaint is just that intuitively, the way that they have the controllers mapped is that they want you to use the right analog stick to lock on to items you have to grab, and that it just is counterintuitive to every other game that I've played. Like everything else is like the left analog stick controls all of that. So that's why I missed the one thing is I didn't know what I was supposed to do. Like I was trying to move it with the left one, and obviously that was not the right. Now what's funny is, so they're pig farmers, but their last name is Forrester. And I know this is fantasy, but a lot of times people's last names, given that this is like a medieval style setting, but people's last names usually indicated what they did for a living, what the families did for a living. Because whatever your family did, you were expected to do as well. Hence why if someone's last name was Carpenter, odds are their ancestors were literally carpenters when they were young. Foresters would literally be foresters. Smith literally would be some type of a smithy. Alright, see, so I guess it makes sense as I'm moving with the left and looking with the right.
That's
so
father's car.
That's how I gotta think of this. And I hope you guys enjoy this playthrough of the game.
Give us fucking titles for this.
Bolt.
Winter may be coming, but at least still have its bacon.
Just because this is a far different type of game than what I've done before. Oh, dude, not cool.
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. I recognize you. You're a Forester squire. Former Stark bannermen have no claim on land anymore. Or haven't you heard? The Starks are dead. Where'd you get that sword? Not a chance that sword is his. Must have stolen it. Out here by himself. Probably a deserter.
None of your fucking business.
We're gonna feed you to the fucking pigs. That sword's too big for you, boy. You can barely pick it up.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he'd like a proper lordly sword like that.
No.
I'll have that sword, boy.
Oh, you might have that sword alright, right through the skull.
Aye. You'll have it.
That's pretty accurate. Those swords were huge.
Finish this fucking pig farmer.
Pathetic.
There you go.
You really are a pig farmer, aren't you?
Oh, man. Yikes. Oh. Technically, you could kill somebody with a stab to the leg like that. It's a femoral artery, and that's that.
Mercy. Please. I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you. I was only following orders. Thank you.
Lord Whitefield will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
I would have chopped him in the leg.
Father?
Toby, I'm very quiet compared to the game audio.
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid.
I'll just have to raise my voice when I'm talking then.
I tried to stop them.
Ah, bummer.
I'll kill the men who did this.
Is it still quiet when I'm talking and there's not much volume in the background, or is it just when there's a lot of game volume? We're now at Iron Man.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the Maester! Meet us in the Great Hall! Quickly!
Well, they didn't
Two
waste much
White
time
Hill
in this
soldiers
game when
and a
getting in with the
Bolton.
killing.
They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
Oh, that's definitely good to know, Toad.
Blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg.
At least this way I know
Justice was swift.
not to bother
Some will call it
talking when they're
vengeance.
talking.
No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you.
It was justice. They got what they deserved.
They did indeed. We can't let the Whitehills just walk all over us. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Yeah, they literally did that back in the day. They would put maggots in wounds. I know it sounds disgusting, but they did it. Yikes!
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Well, what do we do now?
The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now. Although he is young, and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
Roderick had already fallen. There was nothing we could do.
Although I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg. Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Excuse me. Okay. Well, I was about to type this. Yeah, they would put maggots in wounds like that because maggots eat dead and decaying flesh. So if you have flesh that, if you have a big open gash like that, a lot of times you can, infections can start very easily. You can get infections really easily in modern time, but back then where you didn't have, medicine and whatnot, infections happened very, very, very easily. So a wound like that could be infected and the infection could spread and you could lose the entire leg. You can get a blood infection and that'll kill you. So they would put maggots on wounds and the maggots would eat that dead flesh. So it helped to prevent infections. As messed up as it sounds, I mean, it was common practice. And they actually, they still do that today in certain places, in certain situations where it's not, you can look it up on YouTube. The people using maggots for health reasons. As screwed up as it sounds, it's not it's not that strange of a thing. And I opted not to tell that guy before about the message because I didn't remember if that was my uncle or not, and I don't think it is. So I didn't give him the message since I had promised not to tell anyone but my uncle. And leeches were more of, and they did that with leeches, but leeches they would put on to draw toxins out of wounds and whatnot. Although leeches I don't think were quite as effective, and they also had a lot of weird traditions that they would. Okay, that's Meister Ortengren, so that's not my uncle. So it's a good thing that I didn't say anything to him. So we'll look at the medical supplies here. But yeah, they used all kinds of strange, what they thought were medical. Let's just look at the bucket. Yeah, it's a bucket of maggots.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
I guess.
This is the Meister, this is the doctor, we're assuming. Oh, that was... Alright, so we're taking the bandages with us.
This might help.
Alright, anything else of interest? Oh, yep, there we go.
You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maestro Tingrin. Look, I'll show you. Mira. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home.
Hey, what's up, Nassim? Do I have any phobias? Yeah, I'm scared to death of heights. And I don't like anything messing with my eyes. And I also don't like needles. There you go. So, Shining Shard, aka Toby, aka my son, is going to stream until dawn. So that one should be a fun one.
Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately.
So we're finding out about his family right now.
Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now. Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself. Right. Never easy being the fourth-born son.
That would actually work out good timing, Toby. Since if you still have about an hour left to download, I'd say download it, and then when I'm all done, you start start streaming. Then I can start making food and whatnot, and everybody who's watching this stream can jump over and watch yours. Now, Nassim, you're president of your school. Excellent. Good job, man. Congratulations.
Lord Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Roderick. He was our best warrior by far.
Alright, so I can go into the Codex anytime I want.
I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
And learn more about my family. Okay. Alright, so I suppose we should talk to him.
Did your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you. Why do the Whitehills hate the Forresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
The Whitehills want Forrester Ironwood.
They'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left, just as they've done before.
Who is the new Lord of House Forrester?
Why, Ethan, of course.
Why does he look upset about that?
I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
What will happen to me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although given the circumstances of your... circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forrester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Can I see Ethan? Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
Can I go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family... I'm so sorry.
Okay, take care, Nassim.
Me too.
Thanks for joining.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
He was a hero, my lady. The bravest man on the battlefield by far.
Yet he was unable to save his own son.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything...
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember.
He said he loved you.
That's very kind of you to say. You have the Forrester's sword.
Ethan should have it, now that he is Lord.
Lord Forrester asked me to return it to the house. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression. Duncan, this was our land.
Okay,
They were
this is who
our
we needed.
people. Your family.
Pass the message to.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land.
They attacked me!
And they'll say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton. It's an argument you cannot win. We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard.
My uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
It wasn't murder. It was justice.
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
I don't know, Toby.
stay.
Probably the end of August.
Duncan, the boy has suffered enough. Where would you have the boy go?
The one place that's safe, beyond
I
the reach
missed-
of the Boltons.
Damn it.
You're sending him to the war. The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
That settles it then.
Damn.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food, but we haven't much time. the White Hills will come looking for you.
Well, now we gotta pass that message along. Dude, you gotta say it to him. What the hell?
Word up to me. I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given the chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a...
He promoted me. At the Twins. We were to ride in the van to Casterly Rock, and I at Roderick's side, but...
It was well-deserved, Garrett. You worked hard and served your lord with honor.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
Okay, I was gonna say, it's about time.
What?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry, you caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
What is the North Grove?
Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. You haven't told anyone else, have you?
Nope.
This is important, Garrett. I need to know the truth.
Of course not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help. But I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Take it easy, YSB.
Iron from ice.
Iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll serve with honor.
I know you will.
Now, I know this isn't the most exciting Let's Play in terms of interaction, which is what I was saying in the beginning of the stream. Just because this is all narrative-based, so it's kind of hard for me to do a lot of talking during it because
Garrett, wait!
you may be missing the game. There's not a lot of downtime. Aww.
Be safe.
Ethan Forrester, Lord of House Forrester. So he really is just a boy.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
So are we going to control multiple characters in this game?
And if he was smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Oh, okay.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I'm here. It's okay. Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the war. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
He'll be fine. Garrett is smart.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
He doesn't know me, or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
So if we're controlling multiple characters in this game,
Used to play here. You, me, Roderick,
and this is
Asher.
Game of Thrones,
We'd all be out here for hours.
we're gonna die. We're gonna have some characters die.
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I may have to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
That's not how it works.
Well, that's how it should work. You are the lord.
Whoops. Your speaker?
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
So it's
What's
coming
the
up
matter?
on an hour. I
Lord
wonder how much
Whitehill
more
has
is in this
arrived,
chapter.
unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay with his family.
I might remind you, Sir Royland, I'm the new Lord of House Forrester, not you.
Of course, my lord.
It's okay. You should go. It's what must be done.
Fine, let's be done with it.
Then I might have just pissed them off right there. It's just the trouble is this is Game of Thrones, and I don't trust anyone except for Duncan. He's probably the only one that's trustworthy.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you said you were the Lord. Now prove it.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
What should I say to him?
Tell him and his men to leave.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Yeah, but they can roll over this entire place.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Oh, fuck you.
I've been waiting for this day all my life.
My father died a hero, fighting for the North against traitors and oathbreakers.
Aye, and look where that got him. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much. Bloody Forresters.
My apologies. Please forgive us.
Forgive you? Not likely. You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have you back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
We all serve House Bolton now.
I'm not finished! Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business. Keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said. When your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason? You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton.
He's gone,
What
dude.
kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
Ooh.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own, that the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
We're in the right, Lord Whitehill. Remember that.
It says he will. Oh shit. Yeah, Daenerys. I could trust Daenerys, but I don't know if she'll be in this game.
Your son did well, my lady. He kept his wits while Lord Whitehill lost his temper. A lesser man would have been rattled, but Ethan here held his ground.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
And Ramsay is nothing but bad news. So anyone who hasn't been familiar with Game of Thrones prior to this, Ramsay
Your
is a
sister can help
psychopath.
us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Oh, I didn't see it. Daenerys is cool. Oh, so now we're playing the sister. Yeah, so if we're playing all these different characters, we are definitely going to be dying. So I'm sure they'll set that up. Probably at the end of this chapter, somebody that we've been playing as is going to die.
Ethan made this for me. Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Olenna. Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can. Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Well, you're not gonna see Roderick. His guts are kind of all over the place.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Hey, what's up, Jester? Better late than never.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Alright, so we have to speak to Lady Marjorie. Just making sure there's nothing else of interest.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Is this the piss boy?
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
It's widely known that I work for Lady Marjorie.
I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but...
Why are you telling me this?
I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a callboy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about.
Oh, that's why he's
You
filthy.
see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
So he could be a good ally to have. Considering he can get all kinds of information. Here's Marjorie.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief. But you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned
armor
the
is so
northern
cool
girl
looking.
in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
Oh shit.
She was very pleased with herself.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
In other words, we have to kiss her ass.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us. You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
So I see the character models is modeled after the actress from the TV series.
Good luck.
I wonder if they did that with all the characters. I mean, I can understand since that's what people in their heads see the characters as, is looking like the actual actors and actresses. Oh, it totally looks like Skyrim. It's brutal looking. Up. I see a dwarf. Yeah, that armor's badass.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Oh, so it's the
Lord Tyrion.
same actors.
Your Grace?
They got the voices.
With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I am honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Yes, Your Grace. To the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
She only meant...
I don't care what she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the North.
If you would give her the chance to explain...
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good. And she would have us believe she didn't know which king she served. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the wall? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
would... Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace.
Ah, crap.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities.
That's not what I meant to hit. Damn it.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I have a feeling no matter what I said, it's going to piss Cersei off, because that's just how she is.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton.
Hey, what's up, Ender Cody?
We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
As you should. And of course she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Hello, Howard Cody. Welcome.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
I'd rather not discuss it, if you don't mind.
Of course not. It must have been horrible. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his. What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate, from what I've heard. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Oof. No.
He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well?
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes.
Again, I don't think I would have said anything that would have made Cersei happy.
Please, or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. You were brave agreeing to obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
I
Go
don't
on.
trust her, but...
Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks. And now you would have me ask him to intervene? Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Did I know she insisted?
Very well.
What do you mean, Toby?
I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Hopefully I didn't miss something when I was typing, because I might have... Oh, jeez. Oh.
7 L's.
I follow you. I thought you were saying did I answer after somebody insisted something else? Oh, they're flaying him alive.
Let's play a little game, shall we?
There's Ramsay.
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a droning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these Foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
Oof.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh. Listen. There.
Oh,
Hear
crap.
that? I know I heard something. Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Yikes. Yeah, if we ran, we would have been killed. Jester, I don't have Deus Ex, so I don't think I'd be doing that. Ender Cody, ask Shining Shard about when I'll be doing Uncharted 4, because it depends on when he gets the game back from his mom's house. Hey, Toby. Well, in case anyone wants to know what it means to be flayed, I think we're about to go get a close-up look.
Bloody hell.
Nope, never heard of Blippi.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
I want to be like that, like my father.
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move.
Can you imagine having the kind of responsibility that he's got
We need his judgment.
at whatever age he is, 14, 15
I've done
maybe?
nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Lord Ethan.
Missed.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed. We all fucking know it.
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
Oh, jeez.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Why did you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks truth.
I've a family to feed. And not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy, no! Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is full. Never survive the coming winter.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
Men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
You can send him to the wall.
Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. Make him pay for what he stole. Give us justice.
I will decide.
Send him to the wall. Take his fingers. He's a thief. If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
Our house tends to its people. See, this man is paid and his family is fed.
Lord Ethan, you are truly a merciful and noble lord.
My lord, this man is a criminal. A brazen thief!
He still serves House Forrester, and deserves our protection.
He's a rat in our grain stores.
My lord, we must speak about our gold reserves. Soon.
My lord, I thank you for the mercy you've shown me. I will never forget my debt to you, and to this house.
Now, the thing is, that might bite me in the ass later on.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course.
Maester, what do you think?
Me?
Yes. Did I do what's right?
Disloyalty shouldn't be rewarded if others will take advantage of your mercy. You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom and experience.
And I'm sure you think you'd be the perfect choice.
Me? Oh, gods no. I can't get involved. I am a maester. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve as such. There are two capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choice as Sentinel.
Yeah, exactly, Chester. It'll be entertaining no matter what.
Ready to convene the small council, my lord?
Alright, Howard, we're not starting stuff again between you and Ender Cody. I don't want to have to mute you for the third time. Oh, I was like, why am I pointing at myself and it says talk to? Look at food.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure.
How bad is it? How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
I trust you to make the right decision.
We'll have to take food from the small folk and hope they can fend for themselves. If the house falls, they'd all be worse for it. I'll see to the arrangements, my lord.
I mean, I can talk to them, but I just want to see if there's other people to talk to first.
Swords up!
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow.
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, but I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course.
So Ethan and Asher have issues with each other?
She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. I know how to speak to her.
I'm sure you do.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice, and I'd trust him.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you. Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the wall without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What?
Ethan, please.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
It should definitely be Duncan Tuttle. He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir Royland is unpredictable and likely to make matters worse.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
How old is she? Because she talks like she's much older than I think she's supposed to be, but I can't tell. Alright, so I already spoke to Malcolm. Alright, so let's talk to Royland. I have a feeling that most people who play this game side with Royland.
A sword or a turkey leg?
Which, you know, to me it makes sense.
Sword
Let's
up.
talk to him.
Swing left. Parry. Wrong. I didn't know dogs could hold swords.
A word?
Of
But
course,
rather,
my lord.
people are going to choose. Yeah, they'll choose Duncan over Royland.
Many
just because
decisions to make, and I wanted your advice.
Royland's a little nastier than
What's the state
Duncan.
of our defences? Are these men ready for what's coming?
This lot, ready? No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet, up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And I'll be sure to watch out for more deserters. After today, I suspect there'll be more to come. Yes, my lord?
I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to me. I know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins, or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the wall. He undermined your authority, and made you look weak to the Whitehills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud. Seeing you make good choices as a young lord.
Duncan Tuttle is a good man.
Aye, a fine man. Wise even. But he has no business being sensible. He likes to talk. But now's the time for action. So, when will you declare your decision, my lord?
Tonight, at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
And here's the thing with the Game of Thrones is some people who you think like, oh, you can't trust that guy to do the job, or he's you know, you don't want this asshole to take the job, or, you know, or to trust them or whatever. But then it turns out they're the ones who are probably the best people to trust, and vice versa. But I don't know. Duncan, we were already being trusted. Like, you know, Jared was already supposed to trust him. I'm just gonna real quick see if there's anybody over here to speak to. Maester, yeah. I don't need to enter the tower. But I mean, since Duncan was already being trusted by Garrett, it just kind of makes sense to me that that's who I should choose. And I think most people are going to choose him anyway.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength. And this, so I remember. I mean, I could never forget. But, oh, you know, don't you?
I'm honored.
Yeah. Someday, I'll have a real one. But not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword.
I got a feeling that kid's gonna die.
I watched you today. I saw what you did to that man. Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them. Enemies. Talia told me what it means.
Rules mean nothing if we don't enforce them. It doesn't matter if he's good or bad. You can't steal. That's a rule.
Well, I say he was bad. Bad men killed Father and Roderick. They need someone to hurt them back. Even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
Well, yeah, he's gonna get himself killed.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
What is it you're doing over here?
Admiring the ironwood, my lord. I studied it at the Citadel. The wood may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
What do you mean?
It is our greatest asset, my lord. Why not give some of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be? We could ransom ourselves. You can hardly put a price on your own life, or the lives of those you love.
How much do we have to give, Maester?
From here to Wolfswood Creek and then across the next 2 ridges, it should be enough to satisfy Ramsay Snow, I imagine. Bloodlust can often be sated by gifts and gold.
Alright, before I go in there, let's... I wish there was a way to walk faster.
Come on, you dogs. You'll not be fighting here forever.
Duncan.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Actually, I wanted to ask, why did you send Garrett away?
I did it for your own protection, my lord. Garrett had to go. By sending him away myself, I thought it would keep you blameless in the eyes of the Whitehills. I only hope to give you an advantage. And I regret any action you disapprove of.
That's a clever strategy.
I do hope that's a good thing, my lord.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
Yeah, Duncan, I think makes decisions that are better because the decisions that he makes aren't just automatic violent and, you know, aggression And right now, that's what can get us all destroyed really easily. Jester, yeah, I don't know if he dies or not. Obviously, I've never played this game either, so it's going to be interesting to see what transpires.
Get that sword out.
Oh, so that's all this does here. Okay. Thought that actually served a purpose.
You're all worthless and weak.
Now drop and give me 20. Alright, so let's give him the bracer.
Duncan, I've decided to name you as my sentinel. Congratulations.
Why, thank you, my lord. I'm honored. But are you sure?
Yes, of course. I'm convinced you're the man for the job.
Then I accept. But first, you must summon the small council, my lord, to make it official.
Right. I'll tell Maester Ortengrin to do it at once.
Well, we'll see how this goes with...
Slash and parry. Slash and parry. Again.
Oh my god. I clicked the damn button. Talk to him.
My lord, are you now ready to name your sentinel?
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Hey, what's going on, Lady Dragonborn? Just doing my first playthrough of the Game of Thrones Telltale series. The game, I've never done it before, so here we are. By the way, Toby, is my voice still real quiet compared to the rest of the game? Or does the volume seem to get better?
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
I'm enjoying it. I think it's a good game.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision. Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tuttle! This is reckless!
Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Now, Sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scouts say he's only a day's ride from here, with no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
There's no need to panic. We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
That's right, just grew a pair of balls
Sir
right there.
Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough!
I think if we chose the other guy, I think we would have ended up getting driven right into war. We gotta use diplomacy.
My new sentinel favors a certain approach, and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance, and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
Unfortunately, Ramsay is a
If you aren't ready for a fight,
nutcase,
you're bound
so...
to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall, and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
God.
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
A wise move, my lord.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
That's enough, Royland. Lord Ethan has given his command.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall, and we will not offer our ironwood.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
Yeah, the problem with Ramsay is... He's crazy, he's got a huge army, and they could overrun us immediately.
This family for many years. Do not forget that.
And I don't hate Royland, I just think that he's too brash.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
But won't he be Lord if he returns? Do you want him to take my place?
Of course not. He has no interest in such things. And that's not what I want either. Asher is volatile, but that is his strength too. Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you. It's something we could use.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, But you need someone who is standing beside you. I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forrester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Maybe. Maybe. This chapter's going a lot longer than I thought it would. Not that I'm complaining, but it sounds like Lady Dragonborn saying, it sounds like the Dragon Age games. Your party's arguing with you and giving their opinions in the end. Tell them to shut up. Yeah. I mean, the problem with this is it's Game of Thrones, and this is going right along with the books and the, you know, and everything else, and it's, you know, it's every little decision that you make has an impact. Everything you say has an impact. It is a Telltale game, however, and I think most Telltale games, they seem to be, you're kind of railroaded. There's only certain decisions that really have an impact, and it's mostly who lives or dies, who like continues to be in the game. At least that's how it's been in the past. But I don't know. I don't know how different this would be, how many branching stories they actually have. That's right, stare at the key. Why wouldn't we take it if it's there? So Marjorie leaves us in here and we're just taking all of her stuff. That's going to get us in so much trouble.
Marjorie? Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know. Thank you.
Lady Dragonborn, yes,
Mira, look,
it's actually free for PlayStation Plus.
For help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
You're sweet to offer, Sarah. Thank you.
Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever...
Something bad happened.
My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help. Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
I imagine if we took that seal, we could have forged a letter or something, but I just think that would cause so much more problems.
Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
How long have you been waiting there?
Not long. I was just passing by when I saw you emerge from Lady Marjorie's room. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
It's the Skyrim guards again.
Where's Sir Royland? He should be here. The man values pride more than honor. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
Our plan is a good one. It will work so long as everyone does their part.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber? Not the place I'd want to be if there was a fire.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is it?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton. Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of the
Thank you,
Warden of
Lord.
the...
That's enough. Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
Lord Ramsay, welcome to Ironrath.
Aren't you the little lord? Lord Whitehall told me you were young, but this... Look at you.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Iron.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much.
Your father will appreciate it, I hope. Our ironwood is highly sought after.
My father is not so easily impressed. Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn...
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. Look at that. More Foresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
What is it you want, Lord Ramsay?
What do I want? Everything. Nothing. We'll see. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
I hate doing this,
My
but we
lord.
have to.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it?
We gotta swallow our pride, go through with it.
Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
No, Lord Ramsay.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived.
Lord Whitehill is a liar. That's not how it happened.
Lad? A liar? He's a Whitehill. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your Ironwood from this day forward.
What? The Ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why
This
not?
would have happened no matter what choice I made.
You know something the Whitehills don't?
I'm sure of it.
We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such craftsmen. Do you want Ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your Ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath? That we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll
Alright, Toby.
help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
Damn it. Turned my head and didn't freaking see that I had
You have a
to
man you
answer.
trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan. Don't.
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Ah, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well.
You've gone too far, Lord Ramsay. I demand you let her go.
I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the brave lord?
Oh, shit.
What have you done?
But I don't want brave lord. Far too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan! No! No!
Even though you did bend the knee. I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your boy.
No!
Kill him if they give you any trouble. Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Oh, what did I say?
Fetch the mace so quickly!
Someone that we're playing as is gonna die.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let him take me!
Let it go!
Stop that! Ryan,
Stop
please!
it!
Remember Ryan! Do something! Ethan? My son.
Well, shit. Your story has begun. I'm on Game of Thrones.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you flat out refused.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Well then. You and 65.8% stayed with Bowen. You and 37.6% swore loyalty to Marjorie. You and 48.6% freed Eric. A lot of these are pretty close to the dead center. 69.1% with picked Duncan. I figured that would be the case. How come? No, so yeah, I guess. And 50.1% met Ramsay in the Great Hall. Well, that was dead middle, huh? Stupid controller. No, go up. Stupid goddamn thing. Here's the one, like, I'm surprised most people did not swear loyalty to Marjorie. I wonder what the reason for that was. Alright, well, there's chapter 1. That's in the books. And so far, so good. It ended pretty much the way that they... yeah, Toby, you... bad timing. I'll tell you about it in a minute when I leave to make food. But yeah, so... yeah, that happened. But yeah, like I said, good start. Very similar to the way that the books and this, you know, and the TV series is put together, ending in a big moment like that. And but I mean, I like it. I'm glad that it went the way that it did, and the story is very intriguing. I like the fact that it's interweaved with the actual, you know, what's happening in the early parts of the series. I'm just mainly going to refer to it as a series rather than the books, because this is an HBO created thing. But the fact that it's going on at a lot of times that, you know, was happening on the earlier part of the series. So, and it's and the fact that it is interweaved and it's not just making references to people, you're actually seeing people from the series. I like that, because at least it's tying us in directly, and it's not like, oh yeah, we're in the same world, but we're not in this, you know, we're not really going to have any impact or anything, and this can fill in a lot of little gaps from that you'd see in the series, like things that aren't important to the series, but still connects and works with, what is this, all the animals that people had? Interesting. But yeah, so looking forward to doing more of this. This was very cool. And again, there's 6 chapters, so there'll be 6 episodes of this. No, thank you. I already told you. I'm not interested. So then, yeah, the next thing will be chapter 2. We'll get into that. And I got a feeling, as you can see, Asher, I'm assuming that's Asher, and he's in the foreground, that Asher is going to come in and want to raise all kinds of hell because of his brother being murdered. So that will be a very interesting experience. So, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to start making food and get ready for work. But thanks everybody who joined. I hope you had fun watching this. And I know, like I said, this is a different type of game, type of Let's Play experience than what I did in the past, because I can't really interact as much since there's so much narrative, since there's so much talking and whatnot, and I have to pay attention to what they're saying because they need to make decisions based on what's being discussed. And if I'm not paying attention, I can miss stuff, as I did at least twice so far. But I mean, it's a great story, so you know, it's still worth it. At least you guys can talk amongst each other and you know, in the chat, and I can interact as much as I can. But I'll be, like I said, as you saw in this episode, I'll be a little quieter in terms of how much I can speak up than I was in either Dragon Age or Batman. So, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks again. Anyone who is new to this and you want to be aware of the next time that I jump on to stream, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell. All my games are live streamed for now, so the only way you'll know when I'm on is to subscribe and get that notification thing so that you guys can immediately jump on and interact in the series. Yeah, so in the meantime, if you guys can all jump over to my son, The Shining Shard, you can jump over to his channel and you can watch him do Until Dawn. So he's going to start that in a few minutes, and he'll be able to start that until dinner is ready. So you'll have some time to at least get started in that. So, all right, everybody. So, like I said, hope you all had fun, and until the next one, peace.